Hello, my name is Nikon Demani, and I recently had an internship at Sofina Foods this summer, and I'm here to tell you about it. So again, a little bit about me. Just like as I said earlier, my name is Nikon Demani. I'm a fourth year finance major at Ontario Tech University. I'm a big time investor. I really like to learn about the stock market and crypto and just invest in there, And I have an entrepreneurial mindset. I have a couple of small businesses, I car auto care. This winter is coming, so I'm gonna start changing some tires as well. That's the big business during this time when people swap tires. And I also sell cologne samples. I like cologne as well, so I sell samples. And just a fun fact, I am a big foodie. I like all the cuisines. I want to try all the cuisines because you never know. It could be something I like. So why I chose Sofina Foods rather than any other company? Well, first of all, the job description, it matched my studies and needs. I actually found this job on the Ontario Tech internship portal, and it was one of the only jobs that actually matched what I was studying in finance related. So I decided to apply there. The salary was great for an internship role as well. I'm not going to disclose the salary, but I was talking to a couple of my friends that have internships as well, and then it's up there for sure. The commute was reasonable. The headquarters was in Markham, and I'm live in Whitby, so it was like there was rush hour, but it wasn't bad. Definitely better than like Mississauga. Again, head office experience. This was very good opportunity. You don't get many internships in the head office, and it's just a totally because during this internship, I also had a chance to work in like plants. The head office is totally different, and I definitely prefer head office. It's definitely you talk to a lot of VPs, even the CEOs there. Sometimes it's very professional, and it was a very good experience for sure. And as I said, my boss was actually the VP of Information Technology. So again, another great opportunity to work with someone of that high level. Um, and it could be good on my resume as well. And just a bonus doesn't really matter, but the CEO is Persian. I am Persian too. It's not why they hired me, but just a lot of people. We had a joke there where people were like, "Oh, am I related to the CEO?" And they were like scared to talk to me. It was fun for sure. So the purpose of my internship. So these are like the goals that I established for myself before and during my internship. So first was just to learn and gain experience in an office environment. I realized that in the business industry, you're most likely going to work in an office. So I definitely wanted to experience that and prepare myself for future jobs. So professional standards, we had to wear a suit every day. It was business formal. We had to, so again, just uh, practicing and getting comfortable and wearing that attire pretty much every day. Speaking, you have to speak in a professional manner. At school, you can talk to your friends and like slang, but you can't do that in a professional environment. So you definitely have to get used to that. Dress code, as I said, of a professional standards and the flow. There's like a flow in the office environment where you're like nonstop working. There's like a schedule. So just understanding that flow. So at another job, I'm not like a newbie, and I have this experience to like help me fit in more. Expanding my knowledge in business by working with professionals. Again, I wanted to learn how companies deal with business in finance. In school, we just get taught how to do the application, but now we're dealing as a company, we're dealing with it. So it's definitely another point of view that I wanted to learn. Learning new business techniques to implement in my final year of study. So again, I definitely wanted to learn some things, and I did learn some things. I will get to that in another slide. But yeah, definitely some things that will help me for my final year and making lifelong connections that may benefit me after graduation as well. Possibly helping me get a job after graduation. And you never know, maybe some opportunities rise, the connections that I've made. Just the introduction into Sofina Foods. Their vision is to be the most successful food company in the world. Their mission is driven by a relentless focus on our guiding principles. We will constantly drive to execute with a disciplined approach the critical initiatives required to achieve our vision. All of our long term strategies and short term actions will be shaped by our core values. In doing so, We will deliver operational excellence in every corner of the company to meet and exceed our commitment to all. And their values are integrity, respect, and accountability. And this little picture is just the food companies that they own or they bought out. So essentially, Sofina provides all the meats and anything to these companies right here. And these are just a couple of them. So background of Sofina Food. So essentially the company established from nothing. As I said, the CEO right here, Michael Latifi, he is Persian. He was an immigrant. He was very poor. He came from nothing, just moved from Iran to Canada. So it really is a true success story how he built this company from the ground up, and now he's a billionaire. They are one of the biggest food suppliers in Canada now. They recently expanded operations in the UK, and they have plants across Canada, build plants and buildings, in Edmonton and Calgary, all over, tons in Ontario. So some of the projects and tasks I did. So I was pretty much hired to do these. So I assisted with the creation of an IT cost model for forecasting and spend analysis. That was the big problem. They did not keep track of this at all. They didn't have time. So the VP, they brought me over to essentially build this. And now that I left, they have this model, and then they will keep building it as they go on. I assisted with the creation of a zero-based estimate. They pretty much were going, they didn't really have any budgeting. This company never did any budgeting. So I was there to like estimate and project costs for the IT department. Analyzed over 40 current agreements, aligned terms, and confirmed cost calculations are accurate. Again, they had to go over all the agreements, make sure everything added up, and the costs and everything, and put it in a Microsoft Access file. Assessed open application for expenditure. So that's essentially the Microsoft Access for accuracy and completion. So I did help complete it, and I did double check if everything's all right. Assisted with the proper alignment of spend reporting in our ERP systems. So that we have ERP systems. We have four different ones. The ones I was doing was like with Sage. So I definitely helped there. Developed KPIs and benchmarks for standardized reporting. So that was one of the last things I did. Created a key performance indicators and benchmarks. So for the future, we have those benchmarks to go on. Managed master sheet of all Sofina employees during Project Intune. So Project Intune was we're converting all the cellular devices from our previous provider to Intune. So it was a really tough process because not all employees were responsive. So it was annoying, but that's what I did. And I also learned some IT knowledge because I was in the IT department. People working around me were in IT. So when I was like free, they taught me how to like reimage a computer and do some tickets. So some methods and skills and software or equipment used. I pretty much just used Excel to organize data. I used VLOOKUP a lot, pivot tables, formulas, Microsoft Access to create these reports, charts, and budgets. That's pretty much all I used. Microsoft Teams as well to communicate. Professional skills I learned talking to executives. I did talk to the VP a lot. I did have a chance to talk to some other executives from other departments. That's definitely nervous, but it's a professional skill. Presenting, I did present to some companies we work with, asking questions and challenging them too, which was nerve-wracking. I've never done anything like that before. And business etiquette, just like the business environment, how you're supposed to. It's like I said earlier, like the professional standards. How does this relate to courses and learning in Ontario Tech? Well, I had one class that pretty much just teach you Excel. Without that class, I don't think I would do this good because that class really helped me with the VLOOKUPs, pivot tables, and formulas. So definitely very glad I took that class. This helped me a lot. Microsoft Teams, I mean, we use Google Meet here, but same thing pretty much, just to learn how to communicate with teachers and professors. That's the relation there. And just professional skills, the Ontario Tech, when you talk to professors, you have to be a professional too. So did I achieve my goals and objectives at Sofina Foods? I believe I achieved most of them. Definitely achieved professional standards. I learned a lot about how to be in the business environment. Speaking, I definitely, I do kind of get nervous. So talking to VPs and other companies definitely helped me be more confident in my speaking. Dress code, I want to definitely learn the dress code pretty much for all the business environments. I'd have a lot of clothes. I had to buy a lot of, dress shirts and stuff. So learn the flow. I definitely feel like I understand how the business environment, especially in the head office, works. how companies deal with business. I definitely learned it's a different view. Companies, they focus on, they want to make money. So it's not like just solving problems. We have to, it's like a totally different view. Learning business techniques to help in my final year, definitely learned a lot. Definitely some finance stuff, something called, I definitely did a lot about was essentially the thing that they use to exchange documents with other companies. Uh, EDI, that's what it's called. Hope definitely learned a lot about that, and I think it will help me in my final year as well. Goals I did not achieve. They didn't offer me a job after graduation, but they did hint. So like I'm sure if I do apply, they might give me something. Arising opportunities, there wasn't really any opportunities, but hopefully later there will be. And I will talk about it here and goals I gained throughout my internship. Connecting with coworkers around me, I definitely connected with them on LinkedIn. I talked to them a lot on the lunch break. We got along, so definitely that's there for me. You know, you never know something could come up, and that just continues on with the rising opportunities. Expanding my knowledge outside of finance too. That's another point. I was in the IT department, even though I wasn't doing anything IT related. I learned a lot of IT things. So, it's just another skill, another hat on my head, pretty much. I have experience with finance and IT now. My overall experience at Sofina Foods, it was amazing. I definitely accomplished all my duties. I learned the corporate view of finance. Um, Excel skills at Ontario Tech helped me thrive, as I mentioned. Made like career long relations. In this picture, you see that's a couple of my coworkers. We had some fun during lunch. You never know. They could help me in the future with jobs or anything. It definitely prepared me for the future as well. It gave me a head start. An internship is a great opportunity for their students. It gives you insight on the work world, and it's a lot better than just heading into the workforce of zero experience. Now I understand and I have an idea of what to expect. I can definitely see myself continuing to work a similar role as well. I did talk to my boss about this. um, I can see myself working in the head office for sure. Like I don't want to work in plants. This definitely lead my career choice to working in the head office. It's just so much more. It's a better experience. I actually enjoyed waking up every day and going to work. I definitely really enjoyed this. Sofina Foods was great for me. I honestly I didn't want to leave. I brought in sweets for everyone on my last day. I asked for part time, but it wasn't an opportunity. It was definitely an amazing experience. I'm very blessed that I got this opportunity. And yeah, this was an amazing experience, and I definitely would recommend anyone to go for the internship because you never know what to expect. I loved it here. I made new friends. I made co-work friends as coworkers, coworkers as friends. And yeah, this was an amazing opportunity. I just want to thank everyone out there that gave me this opportunity. And yeah, this was my presentation. Thank you for listening. And you know, Sofina Food was a great opportunity for me. Thank you.